वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिसे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया सर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नमो My heartly obeisances in the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pasisman Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And also to my Siksha Guru, Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pasisman Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. You know that Swami Maharaj was disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And also my Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, was senior most disciple of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. My Guru Maharaj from beginning of his age 16, from beginning at the age of 16, and from 1960, 16, he was serving Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And he was serving in so many ways. He gave his life for Srila Prabhupada. Some of these, till Srila Prabhupada was in this world, my Gurudev was always with him, serving him personally. And that is why Srila Abhay Charan Babu, you know who was Abhay Charan Babu? He took sannyas only from my Gurudev. They were both bosom friends. He had told so many places. So, by the mercy of both these high class of acharyas, I came to Western countries and going to Eastern countries, only to help something to the devotee. No other alternative, any gain, money or praise or nothing. I think that we are all in one family. We are only in family of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But ignorant son and grandson may think that we are not in this family because we have left this family. We are Gauriya in Mahaprabhu. Not only this, We are all eternal servant of Krishna. Whether anyone accepting this thing or not, where they are these devotees or not, they are demons, maybe, but they are eternal servant of. So high class of devotees, they think that whole world, all humans, all beings, living entity, are eternal servant of Krishna. So all we are related. We cannot be separated. But we think like this. Even those who are devotees. Oh, he is not in our group, he is not. So don't think like that. Especially those who are in the line of Narada Rishi. Disciple of Narada Rishi was Prahlad Maharaj, Also, the father of Sukadeva Goswami, Vyasdev, was disciple of Narada. The compiler of Ramayana, Valmiki, he was disciple of Narada. So if the disciples of Valmiki, Valmiki, are chanting, remembering, can we say that they are not in our family? Can we ignore? No. It should be very broad-minded, always. You cannot also ignore Dhruva, because he was also disciple of Narada. But though we will pay respect, but not like Prahlad Maharaj. We can pay respect to Dhruva, but not like Prahlad. We can pay so much respect to Prahlad Maharaj, but not like Hanuman, though he was in that line. Prahlad Maharaj, Hanuman should be given more respect. And Pandavas, they were initiated by whom? Can anyone? Pandavas? Where? To whom? Oh.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, no, they're not only that's how we are. Mine was এখন যেহেতু ভাগবতাম মিশন হয় Narada India, they are worshiping Narada and
But I think Narad accepted them superior than him. He took all the paraphernalia from Yudhishthira Maharaj and he began to worship Arjun, Draupadi and all others. Very strange thing. So they are more superior than Hanuman, and Uddhava is more superior than Hanuman, Pandava. And gopis are so much superior than even Uddhava, though they are lady devotees, no harm. Uddhava pays so much respect to all the gopis. He wanted to to touch the dust of gopis on his head. That is why he wanted to be a cross. No question of this, that group, and no distinction whether he is male devotee, lady devotee. Those who are high class of devotees, their devotion is so high class, they are more superior. Only this is. Devotion should be high, and your respect should be also like high. No, nothing, whether he is of this group and of this group and this group. We are all family. So first, this we should think, that we are all in one family, devotee family, Gaur family. Swamiji never preached against this, that we are this, only this. But some of their disciples, they took this in their mind because of their not being qualified. But actually we are. We try to know what is devotion, love, pure bhakti, and try to achieve. From anywhere we can take it. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati kuto api jadi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyame kalam koti jan sukhe. Kuto api. What is the meaning of kuto api?
Anywhere, from anywhere. Any place.
You should explain this slow.
Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati. Krishna bhakti rasa, when the mind is fully absorbed in the rasa of Krishna bhakti, this is how Krishna consciousness phrase has come.
From where rasa begins? Sneha, man, pranay, rag, anurag, something completed in Mahabhav. More, Purnatar, Adhirur, Purnatam, Madan. These are rasas. In this ocean of ras, Krishna may be drowned.
Drowned.
And becomes a rasa swarup himself. Then there is no difference between Krishna and that rasa. So Krishna is also called rasa swarup. So bhakti is a rasa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this bhakti rasa. Those who can give this, then go on. Krishna bhakti rasa mati
Bhavitamati kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate. If you know any place that it is available, kutopi means anywhere. If I know
it may be that he is not our God, Guru, God brother. It could be in that group. Only in ISKCON, in my disciples, anywhere, if it is.
Kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate. If it is being sold any place, then immediately you should go.
If it is found to Haridas Thakur, he was Muslim, we should go or not there. And he was not initiated by any high class of devotees, we know. Then we should go to him or not.
If it is being sold, one will ask, what is the price? Tatra launyamapi mulyam ekalam. Mulyam ekalam means it is the only price, not more, not less. What is that price? Laulyam. Laulyam, Gurudev has explained that if something may be very far away, I want it anyway.
If she may be Queen of America or England, and I am ugly, my teeth are like this, like Astabakra, very crooked and very black, and I am so much poor. I am a straight beggar, but I want to marry. I want to marry the daughter of President of America. I want whether it is available. What harm to do desire? So this desire is actually greed. But it should be very strong. Then we should try to what? Collect. So this is our aim and object. At that time, if we are making party-baji means politics, that this is, this person is not of our party. How we can go there? We should take only association of Prabhupada's disciples, actually, and his life, not others. Whether he is liberated or anything, then we'll go to hell. All are in one line. Swamiji, everything, everyone in this. We are in line of Krishna. So Krishna bhakti rasabhavita mati kriyatam kutopi jadi labdhate. Kriyatam means
it is being sold. How you will purchase.
And what is that? Coin. To purchase. No, greed. Only this. So try to have a greed like this. What is that thing? Krishna bhakti rasa. This is the thing. And what is that? Especially, Vatsalya rasa. Friend rasa. And especially, Madhurya rasa. In Madhurya rasa, there are so many sections. Not of Dwarka, not of Ajodhya, only of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, there are so many. 4 sections. Paksha, Vipaksha, Tatastha, Suhid. Only Swapaksha. In Swapaksha, there are 2 kinds. What 2 kinds? Sambhog Ichchamayi and Tadat Ichchamayi. What is Sambhogmayi? Like Lalita Vishakha. They are each of all the gopis, Astasakhi and there, all are special Naika. Swatantra. Independent, all Naika. They can serve Krishna and Radha conjugally in that way. But the conditioned soul or any soul, they have not that quality. They should follow Rupa Goswami, Rati Goswami, Rati Manjari, Rup Manjari and all others. That is Tat Tat Bhava Ichchami. To serve conjugal or especially to Radhika in the guidance of, in the qualities having like Rupa Rupna. For this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the object or of life. First you should know what is our object of sadhan, bhajan or of life. What is this? In world, the world is what? Like that but not true. Reflection. What? Perverted. Perverted reflection. So here Krishna has met so beautiful ladies, beautiful male, father, mother, son, daughter, so many relations. Only for that first in this school, you should know all these things. And try to take all these things for Krishna. Father, like Krishna. Son, like Krishna. Friend, like Krishna. Beloved, like Krishna. So this is like a school. And we should try to make Krishna like our beloved. This is the main object of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came to, descended to give these things. So if any mati, any devotee is found, we can give our head also for this. Anything. All kinds of sacrifices. You can see the translation of this slok in Bhagavatam of your Gurudev. He also will translate that. It is of Sarup Damodar.
This is the definition of international society.
This is it. Actually, this is the end object. Chaitanya Charitamrita. He cannot write anything because he was in life. So if you are following this slok, it means you are following your Gurudev. Have you Ramananda Sambhar? Varnashram Dharma Acharata. After that, Jnani Prayas Mutaparsya Namanta. After this slok.
Your devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity and hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is, intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay.
Now, nowadays it is going on opposite. They don't want to give honor, even what to associate with them. So you should try to give up your false ego and try to associate with that kind of devotee. You know, who were Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaks? Who were? They are very high class of liberated associates of, but how they fell down? Where they fell down? Actually,
No.
what became? You should tell. Some all, perhaps all, they have idea that they were fell down from Vaikuntha. But what was the really position? You should tell. And how it became. Want to come?
Explain in the Srimad Bhagavatam that the four Kumaras, they had a desire that they wanted to go to Vaikuntha. So they were approaching.
Why they wanted to go to?
So the question may be asked,
where they used to live. Where they used to live.
Kapalok.
So
the four Kumaras, they were residing in Kapalok. So the question may be asked, how is it that the four Kumaras, they developed this desire that they wanted to go to Vaikuntha? So Maharaj has explained previously that this desire, it was imparted into their heart by through the prayers of Lord Brahma. That Lord Brahma, their father, that he saw that his sons, they were taking to the path of impersonalism. and he was praying to them. He was praying to the Lord that they be inspired to take to the path of fasting. So, being Lord Brahma praying in this way, the 4 Kumars, they were inspired by the Lord from within that they should go to Vaikuntha.
Oh, a fragrance came from the lotus feet of Narayan when some tulsi with chandan was offered in the lotus feet of Narayan. And quickly, very powerful, that smell, that fragrance came anyhow in the nose of 4 Kumars. And they followed that and one went back.
So, by arrangement of the Lord, the 4 Kumars, they got whiff of the fragrance of tulsi leaves and chandan, which came from the feet of Lord Vishnu. And smelling this, the 4 Kumars spontaneously they became attracted to follow this and go to Vaikuntha. So as they got to the gates of Vaikuntha, then
you should say, otherwise sleepiness will come and you cannot hear.
As they got to the gates of Vaikuntha, then 2 gatekeepers, Jai and Vijay, immediately they stopped them. And they asked, where are you going? So the 4 Kumars, they...
What is the meaning of Dwarpal?
Guard to the door.
What? What is the meaning?
Guardian of the doorway. Dwarpal.
Pal means to protect. Is there needed any Dwarpal in Golok or Vrindavan, Ajodhya and Vaikuntha or not? Like here, only to God with guns and so many things. Why God? Their God is not for this. Only to fulfill the desire of their Prabhu. Only. Always guarding, looking, very cautious. Cautious is okay? Careful. That what my Prabhu wants, only guarding these. That what is the will of my Prabhu? That is their God. Not God for any other nonsense person, because they cannot go there. There is no plane even that it can go to. Even to not heaven, what to tell Golok Vaikuntha? Raman could not make a plane. He had a plan to make a plane like this, that, from here. So here, God means always carefully looking what my Prabhu wants. Only this. Always careful, always there. Not like this. Give up all these things, worldly ideas, that what is the meaning of God. A pure devotee can guard his Prabhu. What he wants, when he wants, how he wants. Only to God. Go.
So, Jai and Vijay, they stopped the 4 Kumars from entering, and they did not somehow, being influenced by Yogamaya, they did not think, how is it that these 4 young boys, that they were able to come so far, that they were at the gates of Vaikuntha. And also influenced by Yogamaya, then the 4 Kumars, they became very angry, being stopped by Jai and Vijay. And then they cursed these 2 gatekeepers. They cursed them that they would have to descend down into the material world, take birth 3 times in the bodies of demons before they could go back to Vaikuntha. So, as this was going on, the 4 Kumars becoming very angry, then immediately as they cursed this Jai and Vijay, then they realized what they had done. And they're wondering how is it that they had become influenced by this some type of anger which was there. Not actually anger, but like a semblance of anger by which they cursed Jai and Vijay. And Jai and Vijay themselves also being put in the situation. Then at this time, then Lord Vishnu came.
Can you correct?
Oh, it began when the Lord desired.
What was the real position? You
coming to that.
Achha.
So Jai and Vijay, when Lord Vishnu came, then Lord Vishnu he stated that actually all this, he said, this is my fault. So the reason behind is that Lord Vishnu, he was desiring to enjoy Virya. Virya means the rasa of chivalry. But in Vaikuntha, to engage in this Virya, then there was nobody who could engage in Virya with him. So only somebody who is on that platform, who is transcendental, who is very, very powerful, could satisfy the Lord's desire for Virya. So Jai and Vijay, then being, as was mentioned earlier, they're actually guardians, and they're looking to see what is the desire.
What is the meaning of Jai and Vijay?
Jai means one who is always victorious, and Vijay means in a very, very special way, one who is always victorious.
Who has previously conquered all kinds of desires, worldly, everything. No? He is so liberated that he has defeated his all worldly, all these things. And he is always serving Krishna and Narayan. They are Jaya and Vishesh Rupena Jaya. They can also fulfill the wishes of their Prabhu. They can judge the wishes of their Prabhu. They are Jai and Vijay. Guru Pad Padma ki Jai, Krishna ki Jai. What is the meaning? I have been defeated. I want to be defeated by Guru Tattva and to be controlled. So he is Jai and Vijay, always serving Narayan and glorious. So Jai.
So Jai and Vijay, understanding the desire of Lord Narayan, that he wanted to engage in Virya, the wrath of chivalry, then they
knew that if we are going to wrestle with Narayan, then it will be like some imagination.
Like a play.
Like a play. We cannot Vaikuntha. So, we should be in rivalry to him. And we want to go in this, come to this world, and Prabhu should come to this world. And there we will wrestle so in such a way that he will always remember Virya. What is Virya? They wanted to come to this world, but it was very abstract. How they can come? So they were praying to Lord that you should be merciful, that you should make us like that. So at once Narayan knew, they want to serve me. So quickly he arranged by Jogmaya. He sent Jogmaya, and Jogmaya worked to both in Sanat Kumar also and in the mind of Vijay. So they become angry and they also become angry. Both. Anger cannot go in Vaikuntha. But they saw that, why naked persons taking dust on their bodies and they are incurring? So he became some angry, and also they became angry. Oh, he is stopping me, not to stopping us not to go there. See also they become. But it is true that any anger, worldly thing, desire cannot go there. But it came how? Like Putana came to Braja. Putana or any demon cannot go to Braja. Never they can go. But they can go only by the help of if Yogmaya brings to renew the love and affection of both. So here, so there was no fault of Sanatsanandan and there was no fault of only to fulfill the desire of Narayan. Yogmaya did, and they both become angry, and he caused him. Really, Jai Vijay wanted to serve their Lord. That is why by Yogmaya they descended to this world. But now when they descended to this world, oh, they were controlled by Yogmaya. They forgot that I was Jai Vijay, totally. And also, here, Nisinghadev, also by Yogmaya, he forget that, or what name? Hiranyaksh and Barahadev. And with Barahadev and fighting for how many years? 50,000 years only fighting. And then Vishnu and Narayan was thinking that, oh, and I cannot defeat. But anyhow, he defeated. Then he remembered, even today he remembers that how they are so powerful. So only for this reason. And also Nisinghadev came to. So all they were not demons, but they were Jati, only to fulfill the desire of their soul. Why in Srimad Bhagavatam this pastimes is given?
Partly to glorify Prahlad Maharaj, who is protected by Lord Nityananda.
How? In what canto? How?
In the 7th canto, it explains
how it was begun.
How it began. Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother.
Or more beginning.
More beginning. Hiranyakashipu went to do austerity in Mangalachura mountain.
Why?
He wanted to become immortal. He wanted to defeat everyone in the universe.
Because Hiranyakashipu was murdered.
Oh, because Hiranyaksha was killed by his brother. His brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Varaha. And so he wanted to kill Vishnu to kill his brother. So he did austerity.
First it began from Shishupal pastime. Shishupal was killed by Krishna. By his Sudarshan Chakra. No? His soul came out from his body. And that soul entered in the feet of Krishna. All were praising. How wonderful this. That he has liberation. Krishna gave him liberation. Though he was insulting Krishna with 100 words, 100 times. And Krishna could not send him to hell or anything. And he gave so high kinds of liberation. It is very rare. So Yudhishthira Maharaj question, has a question to Narada. How it became? How it is? That he should be sent to hell for lakhs and lakhs births, and his distance should be like leprosy. It should be. But how he had that high class of liberation? What was the reason? Then what he told Narada Rishi? You remember?
Then then Narad explained the pastime of Jai Vijay.
No. Before this.
7 ways.
Well, what he gave answer is the question. How he was liberated, Shishupal. How he was liberated. He was abusing Krishna. For beginning of his birth, and yet he received so high class of liberation. How? बहुत पंडित क्या नवीन पंडित बोल सकता है?
भगवान निरपेक्ष हैं, किसी का पक्ष नहीं लेते हैं सिद्धांत चलन।
Because Krishna was his natural enemy?
No, you should tell.
From the
Madhav can tell why? Why not study? Who stopped? Who told that you should not study all these things? Anyone told?
Gurudev explained in Brazil a couple of months ago that, or 1 month ago, that if Krishna is not one's natural enemy, but we make Krishna our enemy, that's very bad. But if Krishna himself makes someone his enemy.
You have Bhagavatam here, 7th canto. He told that anyone, bhaya, krodha, dvesha, bhayat, snehat, sambandhat, anyhow, he is connected with Krishna. He has given. Even by fear, even by grace, envy, even by lust, even by bhakti. Anyhow, it is related to Krishna. Oh, he has high class of reward. Or he will not go to hell.
Yes.
Text
number 30. Kama dvesad vayat snehad yatad bhakti svare manoha avesatad agam hitva bhavatad gatim gatava. Many persons have attained liberation simply by thinking of Krishna with great attention and giving up sinful activities. This great attention may be due to lusty desire, inimical feeling.
If lusty desire to Krishna, that I want to test Krishna. No. Like Kubja or anyone.
Inimical feeling, fear, affection, or devotional service.
Fear like comes, always fearing. When Krishna will come and kill me, he will come. So I should kill him. Always, day and night. From the day, the sky voice can. Then?
And he says, I shall now explain how one receives Krishna's mercy simply by concentrating one's mind on him.
By any of 6. By bhaya, dvesh, by lust, by anger, by bhakti, by sambandha, by relation, or by one thing, sneha. Pandavas like snake. Kans always fear. Brace chaddadyo nipa. After this sloka.
Gopya.
Gopakaman
Bayat Kamso Dresat Chaidya Nipava Sambandad Vishmayat Nehat Yuyam Bhaktya Vayam Vivo. My dear King Yudhisthira, the gopis by their lusty desires, Kamsa by his fear, Shishupal and other kings by envy, the Yadus by their familial relationship with Krishna, you Pandavas by your great affection for Krishna, and we, the general devotees, by our devotional service, have obtained the mercy of Krishna.